When the state health department issued its first gender-neutral birth certificate earlier this month, Governor Kevin Stitt was quick to react, saying he would take whatever action necessary to ensure it didn't happen again. That statement was quickly rebuked by Democratic lawmakers, including Representative Mari Turner, the first non-binary Oklahoma legislator. Jason Doyle joins us with more on what's next for an issue that is both political and personal. Jason?
Both sides of this issue know challenges to the settlement are coming. It's a matter of figuring out if that challenge will come from the governor's office, the legislature, or another court.
When last week's news of a settlement for the state of Oklahoma to issue a revised birth certificate to non-binary people reached Jude Bendur, they became excited at what it could mean in their life.
I thought that was really awesome. Personally, my views on it is if anyone has a way that they want to identify, it's respectful just to respect that, It's as easy as that.
Bendur is taking part in a name and gender marker change clinic created by LGBTQ plus advocates Freedom Oklahoma. He says just preparing to ask the state to be recognized as trans or non-binary is daunting.
As someone who has never dealt with any of that stuff before, it's overwhelming. I didn't know where to start.
The Name and Gender Marker Change Clinic is something that we've put together with the folks at OU School of Law and the Diversity Center and an attorney here in Oklahoma City.
Elizabeth Horn is the director of programming for Freedom Oklahoma.
The process is intense and can be very expensive. I know people have been quoted $1,500, $2,000 for an attorney to represent them in this process. And it doesn't actually change their birth certificate. They get a court order that will change their name and change their gender marker.
This program was offered before the settlement between the Oklahoma State Department of Health and Oregon resident Kit Lorelide, who was born in Oklahoma. Lorelide wanted to be recognized by their home state as non-binary and have their birth certificate reflect that. The prospect of being recognized for the person they are is something Bendur looks forward to.
All these things that other people don't really have to think about, but for some reason it's very difficult for trans people, and they make it very difficult intentionally.
However, the news of the settlement did not sit well with Republican lawmakers, saying the executive branch left them out of the process, which has created a new policy within a government agency.
House Speaker Charles McCall and Speaker Pro Tem Terry O'Donnell pointed to a state law that requires agencies to approach the legislature and inform them whenever they're entering a legal settlement that will have a major impact on those agencies. In the case of Senate Pro Tem Greg Treat, he noted that the agency again was taking this action on its own without approaching the legislature at all. And therefore he suggested that it might be executive branch overreach, that this was an area better left to the legislature.
eCapital's Sean Ashley says McCall wants the governor to address why the settlement was not brokered with legislative leaders.
House Speaker Charles McCall suggested that Governor Stitt take action to reverse the settlement between the health department and the plaintiff in this case, Kit Lorelide. However, thus far, Governor Stitt has not done anything to address that settlement agreement.
OETA reached out to McCall, Treat, Lorelide, and their attorney to discuss the settlement, but all four declined our interview requests. Either way, expect challenges to the non-binary birth certificate settlement.
You could have a legislative challenge, you could have an executive branch issue, and for that matter, you could have a citizen of the state of Oklahoma file a lawsuit challenging the agency's action in this case.
I don't really expect anything less from them because our actions show who we are, right? And we've seen them make attacks like this or make statements like this for years. So I think, it's really heartbreaking.
Representative Mari Turner says as this and other LGBTQ plus issues are discussed and challenged, reach out to those who are directly affected by changes in policy and law.
Just check on your non-binary friends, your gender non-conforming friends, right? Your gender diverse friends. Policy is very isolating. Policy is very isolating, right? And if you're in tune to it, and you can really kind of get entrenched in it. So I want to stress, right, the importance of calling your friends and checking on them, because Oklahoma is is on a roll right now.
Non-binary people and trans people have existed all throughout history, and all different cultures have embraced non-binary people and trans people in incredible ways. And where we're at right now is not there in American culture anyways.
Senator Michael Bergstrom will introduce a bill during the upcoming legislative session to limit Oklahoma birth certificates to only male and female to designate gender in reaction to the settlement.